I'm going to show you guys how I track my Turo business. Now, I've been renting out this 2015 320i BMW for about 4 months now on the Turo platform, and honestly, it's been going great. August was my biggest month yet. I made a huge amount of profit. I was super psyched. We're at like $1,400 of gross profit. Operating cost for the vehicle is about $600. So I made some pretty big profit now. I'm trying to claw back everything I did to invest in the car to get it up and running, between GPS tracking, front and rear dash cam, all 4 tires and everything. But the last video, I've been making a couple of series on my Turo cars about my monthly updates. If you guys want to check out like my profits and everything like that, just click the other links and I'll show you everything I've gone through my Turo. This video I wanted to make because a lot of people were dropping comments down below interested in my Turo tracking sheet. So I have an Excel spreadsheet that I use to calculate all of my income, all my expenses, automatically tell me what my net profit is and everything like that. And I'm going to share that with you guys. Let's dive into it. Okay, so I did make that intro a little while ago. I got carried away with not getting this video finished, so let's get this tightened up. So I do have a couple more months in this Excel spreadsheet tracking than I did back in August or September when I recorded that intro. Now let's talk about my Excel spreadsheet. So this is what I use to track all of my side hustles, and this is the tab that I use for just Turo. So I have it set up with my Turo car number 1, and then I have a second category for whenever I get into that second car. The top left-hand corner, I like to keep the net profit, gross profit, and then basically my gross cost on everything. So as you can see, like the Turo car has cost me just under $13,000 so far, $12,554, and it's brought me in a total profit of $7,534. Now, this being the first year that I had the car, there was a lot of startup costs involved. So as you'll see, this first section here, these are the first costs that I went through, like the deposit on purchasing the car, the licensing fee. Then I went through and bought a lot of things to make sure the car was ready to go, such as wiper blades, getting an umbrella in there, fresh oil change, air filters, rubber mats, auxiliary cables, charging cables, front and rear dash cam, phone mounts, all of that stuff I did to get the vehicle up and going, including the vehicle safety. And I also purchased brand new all-season tires for it. It's very important to have all-season tires. So this is what I track. So I have a detailed section, I have the date that I do it, and I have the cost category item that I have. Now, moving on to the second slide. We have a couple more items, and then we move into our first month of renting the vehicle out, which is April. So even before I rented out the car, you can see I incurred costs of $3,278 just to get the vehicle up and ready to list on the app and rent it out. And then that also included, like, next month, April, paying the loan payment, paying the insurance on it, paying for the GPS tracker on the vehicle so I can make sure nothing went wrong. I had my first 5 Turo trips over it, and I profited $414 in my first month, which is pretty awesome. I incurred a couple extra expenses over my operating cost, which was $974 in total. Now let's move into the next month of May. Okay, so moving into May, I didn't have very much cost, so I basically had my base operating cost and 1 parking ticket of $300. Total cost for that month was $643, and I made profits of $638. We just about broke even on that month, and we're starting to tread in the right direction. Going into June, June was my first month that I actually made a profit. So I had the regular operating costs as well as a $30 parking ticket. Then I had a bunch of rentals, and I actually made $767 with my operating cost staying at $638. So I actually was starting to claw back about $100 of what I had invested so far. We're starting to head in the right direction. So I try to summarize every month on the left-hand side with having the total growing at the top. And then on the right-hand side, I have all what I need to write down every single expense. July got even better with $784. Although I did have to replace a tire. I did hit a pothole and I had to replace a tire. So that was $960. So one recommendation I make on your Turo car, check your tires inside and out when they're coming back from a rental, because it could be one of your rentees' fault that you had to replace a tire on the vehicle. This one, I did know that it was my fault. I remember the exact time that I hit the pothole on the exact tire, and so I was not surprised to find that damage when it did come about. Moving into August, I had the biggest month that I've ever had, just under $1,500 in profit, which is absolutely amazing. I did run into a couple more expenses, like paying to exit the Pearson Airport, paint touch-up stick, as well as another oil change and a parking ticket. And then one of my trips didn't fill up their gas, so then I had to fill that up. So I had a little bit more expenses than I normally do, but I had a lot more profit than I normally do. And I actually had a profit of over $600 for the month of August, really starting to claw back some of the money that I invested. Moving into September, it stayed pretty steady, didn't get as many rentals. August was peak money for like rental cost per day, so that's why I had a lot more. September was still pretty good, and we made just over $200 in profit. Moving into October. October was also a fantastic month. I had a lot of bookings, a lot of rental, only had a couple parking tickets and Pearson exiting out of the airport to cost. So we still had a profit. My biggest month yet of almost $750. So just under $700 in the cost and $1436 in the gross profit, meaning $742 in net profit. November did slow down a lot for me. I had one trip booked, but I booked a vacation, so I took a lot of time off. And then I also bought winter tires for the vehicle, which was a huge expense. So we ended up being just under $2,000 of actual expenses for the vehicle while barely making any money. Brought us down in the hole quite a bit for November. Moving into the last month of the year, December was actually pretty good. We profited just over $900. Expenses stayed the exact same, except there was a small one that I had. I think it was a parking ticket for $20. Profited over $300 for the month. And yeah, that's basically my into like how I track my vehicle, my whole year recap of my Turo income and my costs and everything like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this content.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that Turo content. If you are interested in getting a template of that Excel spreadsheet, all you gotta do is drop an email down below and I'll be free to send you guys a template and you guys can get started on your Turo business. If you guys want to stay up to date with my Turo progress and learn more Turo information, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I also do a lot of free BMW merchandise, so if you're interested in that as well, drop a subscription down and go check out my other videos for whatever my giveaway is, because I'm always doing something new every single month. Thank you guys so much. Smash that like button. And I'll see you next time.